So I am out camping right now, and I'm up here in Sasquatch Alley. I'm running solo tonight, well, for the next couple days. So I drove around a little bit when pulling in here, and I've never camped at this one location here in Sasquatch Alley, so I decided to stake it out and see how it goes tonight. If there's anything negative about this place, I could, most likely move to another location, like if there's too many bugs or anything. This place right now in the summertime is usually covered in mosquitoes because you got the creek running right through here, and in the summertime the water's moving pretty slow, so it's pretty stagnant. But since it's springtime and the stream is still rolling, I haven't really seen that many bugs right now. But let me show you around, and all right. So this is the camp. Yeah, there's some old service roads. There's two of them cutting back through here, so I'll be exploring those later on. I'm going to be following along the creek. So it's not a bad little campsite. And here's the stream. I didn't think about it, but I should have brought my gold pans with me. I could have spent some time panning for a little gold, but I didn't think of it. Areas like this where you can see a well-worn path going down to the creek, lack of limbs on the trees here. This would probably be a good spot to set up a game camera just to see what kind of local wildlife are coming in and out of the area to get a drink. Well, if you haven't noticed, I have two tents set up, and it's just me. So if you're wondering why, here it is. When I go out dispersed camping, especially by myself, I like to give the impression that there's more than just one person in a camp, just for a safety reason. So I will set up two sets of tents, and I'll set up some extra chairs and stuff like that, just to give the impression that there's more than one person here, in case anyone is like driving by who's up to no good. Also, I use that second tent, which this little one over here I'm going to be using. I will set up a I'll set up maybe a GoPro or something like that, shooting out of the tent window, so that'll run all night. I use it also to place my recorder, one of my recorders in there, because we might have a thunderstorm tonight, so at least my equipment will be protected inside a structure, and I don't have to worry about it getting wet. So yeah, that's why I run two tents. And I have tons and tons of tents. I have a tent for every season. I have a tent for, let's say I want to go out for a one-nighter. I have a tent just for that, just for a one-nighter tent. The larger tents, I even got one even bigger than this one. I'll bring a large, gigantic tent if I'm going to be spending a week or more in the field, because I like that extra space. I can put all my equipment and gear in there and still have room to move around. Of course, I got tents for the winter and stuff like that, but and a backpacking tent if I want to bushwhack it up the mountain or something. So there's always been controversy about doing wood knocks. Some people like it, some people don't. Most people think you should just, when you go out to do this kind of stuff, just be yourself, just hang out, and don't do anything to stir up attention. If they're out there, they'll find you, which I totally agree with. So when I come into an area, and usually right after or sometimes before I set up camp, I'll do a wood knock. And it's not to just be annoying out in the woods. It's just me making basically a phone call and saying, hey, I'm here. And I probably won't do another wood knock for quite a while. But I'm going to send out a knock just to say hello. So let's make a phone call, shall we?
I'm hearing a vocalization. High-pitched scream. Probably a couple miles out.
So I'm sitting in camp, sitting by the fire, and about 8:30, a ATV drove by, honked, waved, and they drove up the road. And about 10 minutes later, there was a high-pitched vocalization. It was way off in the distance, it was way off. I don't even know if my recorder picked it up. I mean, it was way off. But in the direction where we've heard a lot of vocalizations before. Now, I am camping a little lower in elevation right now at this one spot. But there was a scream of some sort around 8:45. So after that, everything seems pretty quiet. I was dead tired, so I went to bed around 9 p.m. And my second tent, I have my Zoom recorder inside there. So I set up my Zoom recorder inside my secondary tent, and I went to bed. somewhere around midnight, I woke up to hearing what I'm assuming is my door handle on my rig, um, like somebody was pulling on it, just slightly, you know. And I could hear something walking around, and I kept hearing the door handles jiggle a little bit. I have motion sensor lights set up on my rig, and one pointing in one direction, the other one pointing on the other side of camp. Each one would go off at certain points throughout that time period, and something was walking around. I could hear it. So I slowly, while I was laying down, I slowly, picked up my pistol, laid it down beside me, looked at my watch, and it was about 12:03 when I heard the thing start walking around. So I laid there for about 10 minutes or so, just listening to whatever was moving around my camp. So then I turned on my video camera and I just set it down next to my bed running. And it picked up what I was hearing. Something even walked up and stepped on my tarp. Like right here, stepped up right here on my tarp, and the camera picked it up. So I reviewed the Zoom recorder this morning, and it picked up most of the sounds. I haven't gone through the whole audio because there's hours of it. But something came into my camp. I don't know what it is. I checked both my game cameras because I got two of them set up. Nothing's on those cameras. They were just, I guess, not pointed in the right direction, I guess. So I've readjusted those cameras. But yeah, something came in around midnight and jiggled my car doors, set off all the motion lights. Yeah, I didn't hear any breathing. I didn't hear whatever was moving around was doing it. It just seemed like it was doing it very stealthy. just soft steps, and the only time it got near my tent was when it stepped on my tarp, and that was the only time. So I looked around this morning for any possible tracks. Nothing. The ground's pretty hard, and there's tons of grass. This is basically like a backyard type atmosphere. I mean, the grass is nice and thick and green, and I didn't see any types of tracks of anything. So I don't know. See what's on the audio recorder. Maybe there'll be something more on there. So the only thing, I searched my vehicle to look for any kind of fingerprints or anything, and all I got, I don't know if you can see them, there's some smudges, some whitish color smudges around this part of the door. It looks like maybe a print right here. I don't know. See if I can leave the similar print. I don't see any oily residue. All right, so I got this palm print here. I'm having to stand up in my door. So there's a palm print here, and then what looks like 4 digits right there. I don't see anything else. I mean, that's not a very big, huge hand, but looks oily. It's not much bigger than mine, but I haven't climbed up on the top of my rig for some time, and I've already washed it before coming out here. I don't know. Yeah. No more signs of anything else that I can see. It'd be awesome if there was this huge ass palm print right there on my hood. You can see this light right here was going off all night. And same with that one. Yeah, there's nothing on the back of my rig. Strange. So before you guys hear the audio, I want you guys to keep an ear out for this. Let me know if that's what you guys hear, and if not, let me know, because I'm curious to see what you guys think of this.